Josh here at Project Car Media, and today we're going to install a Gator EFX trifold tonneau cover, as well as a couple other goodies on my 2016 F-150. Welcome back to my channel. Now, I am not over at my new location at Peak Innovation Motorsports today. I am back in my garage doing some more upgrades on the F-150. I'm just going to be doing a tonneau cover install for the Gator EFX trifold tonneau cover, as well as some black Ecoboost emblems and a tailgate assist shock. The tonneau cover was on my list of things to do eventually. I didn't think I was going to be doing it this early, but I decided to look around on the internet, and turns out I found on my local Facebook marketplace a Gator EFX trifold cover. Now on this one, it flips twice, and then the third fold does not flip up against the window like some of the other ones. This one just stays put, so you have 2/3 access to the bed. And if you want to, it's really, really easy to just unscrew the tonneau cover itself and just remove it from the truck. And then you have full access to the bed. For the price, it was about half off what a new one costs. And as you can see here, it's just a little bit dirty. Okay, here is my Gator EFX trifold hard tonneau cover. As you can see, it's really dirty right now, but I'm getting ready to put it on. And these little rails in the back with these drain tubes, those go on the side of the bed. One thing I wanted to mention is that when you buy these brand new, they give you a piece of like camper's tape or something to basically seal the tonneau cover between the bed and the tonneau cover, or else water could get in right here. When I bought this tonneau cover from the gentleman, when he took it off, he basically just ripped up his seal, and that leaves me with nothing. He also had a plastic bed liner, so it was nice and smooth, so whatever he stuck on here would actually stick. I have this bed liner. It's a spray-in bed liner. It's really rough, so any kind of thick tape I don't think will stick very well. Luckily, when it comes to the garage, I'm kind of a hoarder, and so I have this tape here. It's a really, really thin tape. It's a double-sided tape. And I got this when I bought my Armor All garage floor carpet for my enclosed trailer a long time ago. And I never did use it for that, but now I have a roll of it. It's very, very thin, and it'll contour to the roughness of the bed liner. And then I can put this on top of that. Now, this is actual camper's tape. One side is sticky, the other side's not. It's for a seal, like if you're putting on a canopy or something. So I think what I'll do is I'm going to clean it. I'm going to put a strip of this down, and then I'm going to put a strip of this on top of it, and that should seal the front of the tonneau cover just fine. We've got the seal on the back, we've got the side rails on, so now all that's left is to put the cover on and clean it up. And you always want to make sure that it's flush with the top of the bed. And then you can see here kind of how the clamps go on. You hook it in this channel right here, swing the backside up around the back, and then snug them up. You just do that all the way around. Once you set your tonneau cover on the side rails, you'll have these little sliding brackets. So you'll basically loosen the knob, you'll slide them over, and then you'll tighten it. And this is what holds the third fold to the side rails. Another thing I wanted to mention is that this little tube right here is a drain tube, but because I have a bed liner, it really has nowhere to go. So I think what I'm going to do is try to shove it into that hole right there and hope that the water drains that way. Okay, now the cover is installed. All we have to do is roll it out and see. Now, I did want to mention too that there's these clips here that you can clip this If you're driving down the freeway and you don't want this to flop around, you can clip that right in there, or you can clip it in here if you're not using it. Let's go ahead and close this thing and see how it looks. There it is installed. Well, I think it looks really, really good. It's definitely going to need some cleaning, which I'll do. One thing I did notice is that on the edge of the bed here, it does stick up just a little bit above the bed. And so what I'm going to try to do is do some adjusting so I can lower this down so it's a little bit more flush with the tailgate. And then if you want to open it, just grab this wire right here, pull, and you pull this side, pull again, and there you go. But overall, really happy with the way it looks, and I'm super excited to try it out. Now, one feature I really like about the higher level trims of these F-150s is that they have this like tailgate assist. So you open it and it slowly comes down. You don't have to worry about catching it or it crashing down. Luckily, for a very small price, you can go on Amazon and get a tailgate assist shock that does the exact same thing for your lower model F-150. So for example, this is XLT. It does not have the tailgate assist from the factory. As you can see here, when I open up the tailgate, it falls straight down. You have to catch it, which, you know, it's not a bad thing, but it would be much easier and much nicer if it came down slowly. Okay, and here's everything that you're going to need. You've got your tailgate shock here, your two brackets. You're also going to need a wrench with a 10mm socket on it, and then you'll need a 5 Allen, a T50 Torx, and that's about it. This is going to be on the driver's side. First thing we need to do is we need to loosen this bolt, and then we need to actually remove this bolt. All right, so this comes out. Okay, now the bottom one is loose enough to put this bracket in here. And then basically we're going to put one of their bolts back in this hole right here. Now we're going to put this bolt in the hole, but we're just going to thread it. They don't ask to tighten it just yet. Next, we're going to remove this top bolt right here for the tailgate cable, and I think just slide it right off. The next step is basically just to put the Torx back through this hole and remount it. The last step here is to install the shock itself. Now, I didn't tighten the Torx bolt or the bolt down on the side of the tailgate just because I want to be able to fit my shock on, and it's probably going to be a little bit of adjusting. Once it's on, then I will go ahead and tighten all the bolts. All right, as you can see, I put the shock on, but it's still loose. So I'm going to go ahead and tighten up the bolts, and we'll see how this works. Okay, now the tailgate assist shock is installed. The shock's on both the bottom and the top ball for the mount. Let's see how this thing works. And that works so good. I can just undo the tailgate, let it drop, and the shock takes care of the rest. Like you saw in a couple episodes ago, I installed these black F-150 emblems, and they look so good, but I thought that there just needed to be a little bit more black on the side of the truck. I thought that the Ecoboost emblems would look really good if I could get them in black, and I did find some where they actually keep the blue and the green, but the rest of the emblem is black. So we're going to go ahead and install those. It's probably going to be similar to the rear emblem that I took off that just had adhesive. There was no clips or anything like that. So first I'm going to tape off around it, and then we'll use the heat gun and a pry tool to get this one off and get the new one on. One thing to note about these black Ecoboost emblems that I got, they look really good, but here's the problem. They are much bigger than the stock emblem. So when I put this back on, I'm just going to have to be careful to make it level and try to put it in the same spot. I'm going to keep these two pieces just so I know kind of where it's supposed to be here, and then take these two off so that way I don't have to worry about the length or the width of the emblem. All right, and here's the finished product. It's in the approximate location as the old one. And man, I gotta say, the bigger emblem just looks a little bit better, especially when you match it with the black F150 emblem. It just kind of completes, all the emblems on the side, at least in the front, are now black. And I like that they kept the green with the blue. It still looks really good. Let me know if you like the trifold or if you like the roll-up style tonneau covers. Let me know if you like the blacked out emblems. Give me any feedback. What are some other things that I can do? In the future, I'm thinking I'd like to do an intercooler. I'd like to do an intake, a tuner, tint the front windows. I'm going to be doing some 33s and put on my Rough Country 2-inch leveling kit, as well as a couple other little goodies. And that should pretty much wrap up the truck. I do want to get some LED bulbs for the taillights, turn signals, everything like that too. That will probably be part 3 and part 4 of this little series here. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys on the next video.